Welcome back, everybody. It's the Colorado Shootout. Chase Stumfoll breaking off against Cleve Thompson in another UK versus USA battle. There's been a few of those today here in Colorado. I'd like to say Nate Kane joins me on the commentary for this one. And good afternoon to you, Nate. Lovely to have you with us as always. And a great match in particular for you to do, because I know you'll very much be team Chase, but in as respectful a possible way, as I know you get on very well with Cleve as well. But, but a great match for us to have here.
No, I'm excited to do it. Thanks for having me again here. Yep, no, Chase is, of course, local to my area in Kansas City here and did very well in the Open, taking down Tyler Steyer last time, so we're excited to see him play again. And yeah, Cleve's just been a joy. I've got to know him over the last 3 events, and he's just amazing. He works with all the locals, shows tips, and teaches. He's actually a pretty good teacher of the game, too. He's helped out a few of our locals there, gave him some free tips and stuff like that. And so it's been a very, very good liaison for Ultimate Pool over here.
Yeah, he's absolutely come into his own really in the USA. There's Cleve Thompson.
Oh, didn't expect him to miss that one there.
No, nor did I. So Chase Stumfoll going to get to the table here. And stripes aren't terrible either for Chase. It was a bit of a, I think it would be slightly unfair to call it a bit of a breakout tournament that he enjoyed in Kansas City, but I think it definitely got his name more known to more people, the performance that he put on there. Would that be fair to say?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely getting a little bit of national exposure. Of course, in Kansas City, we've kind of always known what he's capable of, and of course, he's former junior national champion, and I was giving him a hard time because in Kansas City, the match right before when he played Tyler, he had an easy draw. He beat me. So. But yeah, he's just been on fire ever since that tournament there. He's kind of won anything he's shot. He was in a big national tournament and went undefeated for basically 2 weeks straight, just about.
Wow.
team tournament stuff, So he.
So he's high at the moment then.
Yeah, he's hitting the ball really, really good right now. So.
Could be a bit of a sleeper pick for this tournament here then, in which case, because he's shown he's got a bit of a knack for beating the big name players, and that's what this tournament is full of. And I think it's fair to say as well, a bit of a wide open half of the draw at least.
Yeah, that's who knows going to come off of that end there. I think anybody can get it done, and of course this is still a fairly short race. I mean, if you can run out, you got a good chance at it. And I know Cleve has said the one American he does not want to face in a 6-ball shootout is Chase. So he's gotten quite good at it. He ran around. He was hitting sub 20 times quite a bit when we were in Kansas City. So.
Wow. Okay. He's been putting in the hours.
Yeah.
And he ain't afraid to use it.
In a very long queue. I think you can't find a queue long enough for him. So he's getting upward towards 70 inches with his playing queue. It's pretty crazy.
Is he going to be a bit unlucky? No, he's got a ball.
Yep. Tough layout here, though. Definitely no road map on this one. He's going to have to earn this out.
Yeah, a couple of little clusters, isn't there? Solids look difficult. Stripes aren't much easier. This is a real, ponderer.
Yeah, I can't tell from any of the angles we have if he gets really good on that 5-ball if it goes, but he might try to address that right now. Yep, good shot.
Still far from a guarantee, though. The 2 does connect with the 3 at the top of the table, but where do you go from the 3?
Yeah, you definitely don't want to leave that 8-ball trying to get on and off the 3 there.
Absolutely
that's tough
not.
Action, yeah.
I don't think he's going to have much choice.
No.
Unless he can find a way to leave the 1 ball in the center of the table for his last ball before the 8. That would be ideal. Oh, he's stuck here.
Yeah.
He's absolutely fizzing as well. There's Cleve Thompson. Just didn't quite get the side on that I think he wanted. And he has to be really careful here. Yeah, that was the risk that he took. that it would just simply open the game up for Chase, and I think Chase would be absolutely delighted with that result.
Yeah, I don't know if he left the angle. The angle doesn't look quite there to address the 14 right away with this 11 ball, but I guess just kind of bump that 3 and hang his hopes that he can't get this 14 ball figured out. So I made that mistake against Chase in the open, and he banked the ball in, broke it out, and ran the next rack on me as well.
Well, the 14s I mean, it's a problem, but it's also like you're going to back yourself to double that, aren't you, if you chase Stumfoll?
Yeah.
Even like the worst possible case scenario. Now, that might have been an attempt to open it up, and has he made himself a bigger problem? Oh, he may have, you know. I think that 8 just sneaks by the 1.
Yeah, I think you can cheat that enough. Diamonds are playing tighter, but definitely still can roll that in with a good speed. Unless he moves it. Oh, well, that kind of.
Well, good news, bad news. You're on the 14, but look at that 8 ball now. He's just having a look to see if he comes round and lands flat on the 15, if he can swing around the back of the 3 and land on the 8 ball that way. He does have pretty guaranteed position on that shot because he's got the ball over the side pocket to the right, and I don't think he'll use it as his last shot. I think he wants to try and move it, maybe, or is he going to use it till last? He may do.
Yeah, that's a tough one on that one, and definitely I'd like to leave that 10 ball there as my safety ball after the breakout, but he's kind of put himself in the spots where I don't know that he can do that.
Yeah, I think he's going 10 first, then the 12.
Of course, the good thing when he tries that breakout, he's going to be coming in at a good angle to where he's likely going to have something.
Yeah,
on the 8 ball.
He's pretty much guaranteed to have something nice here, but it's again, it's something he's lining up for a long time. He'll be really precise here. That's about perfect as to where he was pointing his cue. So one has to assume he's pretty happy with that shot.
Yeah, it looks like he's in the spot to just lay up and not break it out at all. Just take a shot. If he can miss that 3.
I like the way he goes about it, Chase Stumfoll. He's a solutions guy, not a problems guy.
Right. And the format just really lends to Chase's strengths. He is just a quick player in general. I mean, he always has been. And
that's a pretty good visit to the table here. Is he going to take this 8 bottom left, or can he just see the angle for bottom right? I'm not sure.
Looks like he might be able to spin around that one just slightly, but
yeah, he's okay.
Yeah, either way, he's got a shot.
Absolutely fires in the 8 ball, never in doubt.
Gabe O versus Dave Matlock. Somebody could say, is this the 90s or early 2000s?
It's a throwback, that's for sure.
Throwback, but both of them are playing absolutely great right now. Dave also being from my area in Kansas City as well. He's from Olathe.
I think Dave owns the shot of the day so far with that shot he played right at the end of that match for Sophia.
That was quite incredible. The breakout to get there, and then the hook to fire into the 7 ball. That's Dave for you, though.
And the fact he did it with his right hand as well.
Yeah.
is just ridiculous.
Yeah, this format Dave really enjoys this format, and it's kind of re-energized him again. He started playing pool quite a bit, and he loves it. And
I did hear that earlier, and I think from it's really heartening to hear when you've got a guy who's as much of a legend as Dave Matlock is, but someone who's played the game for decades and decades. There's that phrase, and there's nothing new under the sun, but Dave Matlock is a guy who's pretty much seen everything. But if he's feeling energized by what's going on, it's got to be a pretty good sign.
Yeah, he kind of one of the big compliments after the Kansas City Open we had a couple months ago. Dave, like you mentioned, has been around, seen every tournament there is, and he came up to me and said, Nate, if that's not the best ran tournament I've ever played in, it's up there. And so he's just really excited, the format, the way that our tournament director gets everything done. It's just scheduled match times. It's an awesome tournament to play in. So it's like Cleve still chasing this. Is it the 13 ball on the bottom rail there? Yeah, it is the 13, trying to get a breakout on that.
Yeah, rather you than me, Cleve. He's got an angle here on the ball to the side pocket to the right, but this is far from an easy shot.
Looks a little too steep.
Yeah. So, yeah, trying to work his way around a different way. That was just not a full pocket. And the issue is when you're trying to almost fight your way into a little bit of form, sometimes you can't fight the table. If the tricky layouts, they are just tricky layouts.
Yeah, it looks like that 6 just got him enough to where the off the rail, off the ball's not there either for a shot to get out of that. So it's tough. I guess it's Chase's problem now. So
yeah, losing that ball down the hole actually doesn't help Chase Stumfoll. I wonder if he's going to tuck up here.
He almost has to, I would think. Play a little ticky shot off the 2 there and putting Cleve in a spot. Try not to sell out the 10 ball. Of course, Chase is kind of one of those 8-ball players. Sometimes he's surprised he'd rather go down swinging than play it safe.
Yeah,
he just
I can believe that.
Absolutely hates to play one, but he will when he needs to.
Yeah, I think you have to.
Yeah, I don't see it. Especially with the 6-ball being where it's at. And
played it really well. I love the way he's played that as well, moving the cue ball and the 2 almost on train tracks next to each other. Keep the rest of the table blocked off. It's a clever way of playing it.
Yeah, at this point, just Cleve hasn't had much of a start to get comfortable, and Chase looks really comfortable. So it's a good job there not to give ball in hand away. Just get another chance at the table more than likely. But we'll see what Chase figures out here.
Yeah, it might not be the worst result ever, that for Cleve, because these are far from easy, and Chase will probably feel like he has to go. The risk here again, similar to the last frame, is he's going to leave his key shot till last.
Yeah.
I don't think, in fairness, he had a choice on this occasion.
Yeah, but most of the time he looks like he's been just in those spots where he's got to play that last. Got a great angle to get there, though. It just all depends on where it goes. Of course, these guys are good enough to figure out where it's going. I just kind of hit it and hope. So.
But you can see he's looking to come in on the back side of it, which I think is the way he has to play it, but he's not guaranteed to land on this. Oh, he's played that so well.
Exactly where he wanted it. Looks like good speed.
You couldn't hit that any better. Oh, Chase Stumfoll is flying here. Looks the business. Here does Chase.
If he drops this in another very, very well orchestrated out, these haven't been road mapped out that he's running so far, and it's quite impressive.
No, I've been super impressed with Chase Stumfoll here. 3-0 in front. Massive break. What's the leave like? It's not too bad this time. It's not quite now or never for Cleve, but it's also not very far off that.
Again, another, wide open, but still kind of tricky. Like it just not line. The soldiers aren't lining up, as one of our guys says a lot. So.
So no surprise to see him take solids here. His biggest problem, I'll probably say, is the 8-ball.
Yeah, I think with the stripes, it just wasn't a great opening shot that wasn't going to either run into something else and move and arrange the rack, but I do agree, that 8-ball becomes tricky when you're taking solids here. You really only have one pocket. You got to clear out the 7 first.
Yeah, and also, if you clear out the 7 first, you've got to then think about how you're landing on the 8. There's an argument there for leaving the 2 maybe, but it's not easy whichever way you shape it.
No.
I'd love to hit the gap.
Yeah, the way it's kind of shaking out, he might be trying to get on the 8 off of the 7, and I don't. that's tough.
I don't love that. Yeah, at the minute, well, it looks like it has to be 3-1-7.
Yeah.
But yeah, landing on the 8 off the 7. I suppose if you're dead straight on the 7, you can draw back, take it top left. But
yeah. Okay, he did have a path to the 1. Okay, not too bad. He's going to have to have a great positional shot here.
Yeah, he's just lining his cue, and I think if he lands in that part of the table, he's not bad. Yeah, I like the route he's picked here, to be honest.
Not bad at all. He definitely navigated that very well.
Still got a couple of good shots to play.
That pocket again. It's his curse.
Yeah, it has not been his friend, has it?
No.
Cleve slumps in his chair. And Chase Stumfoll is in prime position to take advantage here.
I think he wanted to bump into the 15, but it looks like he came out. Yeah, I don't know if he got the 14 ball. He might have to shoot the 10 here. Of course, with all ball fouls, this is a nervy shot. Great shot by Chase there. He is really, really hitting the ball well right now.
Ever since you mentioned about how, because obviously you've seen him quite a bit in the last few weeks since Kansas City, and you know, you said it, and I was like, okay, well, I'll stand by and await to be wowed, and well, I've been very, very impressed by Chase today.
He's just he's been pretty motivated since they did so well in the Kansas City Open. I mean, of course, in beating a awesome professional like Tyler is really kind of the biggest win of Chase's young career, and really has kind of motivated him to do what he's doing. So,
but that's what you want to hear about young players, that they get a little taste of success, and they don't rest on those laurels. They then chase it, and it gives them more hunger. It can go the other way, but Chase Stumfoll is the sort of.
We're off to a great start. People are loving the format, and we're looking to get as many more people signed up as we can. So,
yeah, great opportunity for so many people to be a part of something pretty special. The feedback that the guys have had here in the States with the Ultimate Pool USA Leagues has been pretty overwhelming, actually, for how positive it's been. And
yeah, kind of one of the big, not necessarily the big worries, but the thing that's so different from what they're not used to shooting off. Finally, our first kind of bad positional shot there by Chase is that the 30-second shot clock is actually a refreshing thing, and our league players are loving it compared to what we were really worried they weren't used to it. They were going to be concerned about it, and I'm watching some of my players play the best pool they've ever played in. Played with that 30-second shot clock. They're able to turn their head off and make a decision and shoot. And so we're seeing that a lot. And
well, I think as well, from just a player's perspective, knowing you can show up on a league night and you just got that little bit more structure around your evening. You know, you sort of know a little bit more when your matches will finish and when they'll start and all those kind of things. And yeah, it's gone down pretty well so far, and as I say, not quite as brutal as the shootout. Don't be too scared.
Right.
We're not going to be putting you on a 15-second shot clock anytime soon. But some of the elements that do make the game here with Ultimate Pool USA so fun, the match clock, the shot clock, all a part of Ultimate Pool Leagues. And
the 30-minute match time is kind of the biggest comparison to the shootout, and so we. Everybody wants to shoot a 6-ball shootout too, but that's also kind of not necessarily part of normal league night. But we will work it into, we need to break ties in a tournament setting and things like that. And so, but yeah, we just get amazing feedback. We've gotten kicked off in my area in Kansas City with quite a few teams kind of taking the leap and checking it out. And I said it's been kind of overwhelmingly positive feedback. So
that's what we like to hear. And for there's a mutual beneficial element to signing up. The more teams that Ultimate Pool USA gets in the league, the more that prize fund bumps up, and it bumps up pretty big as well.
Yes.
For the grand finals next year in October. I think it's 1,500 teams needed, and it'll be 100,000 first prize cash payout, which is awesome. I'm sure everyone can agree.
What if we get 10,000 teams? So
that's the other thing. That's the other thing.
I tell you what, we've been talking through this out of Cleves here, but this has been a quite impressive out. There we go. Yeah, that's that 2-ball he shot, and the 6-ball and 1 kind of coming out perfectly. That was a great shot, and then that 1 in the side there, he really controlled that well. So, I mean, there's literally 200 people surrounding that know him, and so it's kind of performing of those.
A bit of a pressure situation, that, yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, he's been in a lot of pressure matches even at his young age here, so he's getting more used to it and comfortable with it, and so
it can only help the more experience he gets in these kind of settings.
And Chase's whole family also he comes from a pool playing family. His aunt, uncle, very good players. His actual older brother's in the Open tournament as well here with us, and he's a very good player in his own right, Jeffrey. So that's one I'll be pounding the table. If those two draw each other, we're going to put them on the stream. We're going to have to. So they have quite the rivalry.
I'm sure.
You'll never hear Jeff admit it, but Chase has gotten a little tick higher than him nowadays, and they don't love it. So good sibling rivalry.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? Just here, in fact, outside our booth, the call-outs have started from the tournament director. The Colorado Open, I think, is officially about to begin. We are 5-4 local mountain time. As Cleve there plays a loss of turn shot. It's not a foul. You can pot your opponent's ball as long as you play a legal shot in doing so yourself. It's a useful tactical tool, but it's not going to stop Chase Stumfoll targeting a finish here.
Yeah, this is one of those, he's going to be real aggressive, but it's got to really land right after he breaks this stuff out.
Yeah, worth pointing out, we're now on the 15-second shot clock as well.
Yeah.
And that couldn't have come out much nicer, I don't think, for Chase. He's still got a little bit of work to do on the 8-ball, but he's got a passage here. It's not easy, but he's got a passage.
Yeah, the 3-ball's got some work to do too. It looks like it's got I guess that's it. I guess it does go. And yeah, if you're here in the Denver area and you are thinking about checking out the Ultimate Pool League, I know our league operator in the area is Greg Gallegos. He's here. He's playing as well. But we've got some registration open and things like that. The whole Ultimate Pool home office team is here, of course. Myself, several other league operators. So we'd love to visit with anybody in the area that's thinking about it and checking it out. I just always recommend here to kind of see what Ultimate Pool is about with this tournament. You'll be impressed. So.
Well, Chase went chasing with that last shot, and now he's got to pull out something pretty spectacular. It's not over yet. 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining for Cleve Thompson.
Yeah, he's going to have to move and get out of these pretty quick, but it's definitely where some of the UK guys who play this format are a little bit more adept at the clock, but we're learning, so the Americans and how to work it as well.
Yeah, he played that as a bit of a safe shot there, Cleve. He knew he wasn't going to leave much. I can see what Chase is trying to do there, but it's not been successful.
Definitely trying to just tie up that ball and make Cleve burn as much clock as he can here, trying to figure the rack out.
This is wide open now for Cleve Thompson. Should be 4-2. And he's going to start stomping around the table with a bit more purpose in his stride.
That kind of starter rack we were talking about again there. So he added that last rack, and now this is kind of a funny rack to start.
It's a pretty nice shot. I think he was planning on coming a little bit further, but it's actually worked out beautifully for him. Yeah, very tidy indeed, and Cleve Thompson goes 2 behind.
Cue ball safe.
Oh, you got to be happy with that.
Oh, absolutely, especially and he's got a path through to that 9 ball, it looks like, if he wanted to start there.
You've got to be absolutely delighted with that if you chase Stumfoll. Only ball that might just need a little bit of care and attention is the 10 ball.
You got a good angle there just to stop this and take your shot.
Yeah, I think that's got to be the plan. You can then maybe play up the table. I think you've got to take your medicine early here with the 10.
Yeah, I can't tell if he can avoid the 4 on this shot. Looks like he can, and go to the side rail and back out to the middle of the table. If not, I imagine he'll just try to power draw through it. And
yeah, it's the key shot in the frame. Trusted a little bit to luck, and I think he's got a little bit lucky, has he?
yeah, I can't tell if he can see it or not.
I'm just judging on his body language. I'm not sure he can.
No.
You can see one side of the ball, but it's not the side that he needs to.
And this is just what Cleve needed to get back in this.
It certainly is. It certainly is.
Yeah, wide open rack. He can. Oh, well, as I say that, of course, something ties up right at the last move in there, but looks like it's pretty close to wired and can navigate that or break it out if he wants. He's got the 2 ball that would do that.
4 minutes remaining. Not over yet. Gone too far. Reroute required.
Yep. Beauty of 8 ball, though, as I always say, there's 100 ways to skin a cat, and so you can get out around a rack in a lot of different ways.
He'll take that. And a pretty rapid finish again from Cleve Thompson, who is, well, he's got a little bit of a spring in his step here. He's going to run 3 in a row. And this match that looked pretty dead in the water is all of a sudden alive. 3 minutes left. Cleve Thompson back within 1.
And he's breaking now. Yeah, Chase had an opportunity there to almost kind of close it out, but it's just what the doctor had ordered for Cleve there. So this is
15-second shot clock still in its moments here as Cleve breaks off. Makes a ball. Key ball's going to stay up. What's the leave like? Pretty horrible.
Yeah,
he's got nothing on. Remember, you can't play the dirty combo here. Not an option in international 8-ball rules.
Even looks like he might be stuck on the 9 where that's not even an option. It's tough. This is kind of the last thing that probably wanted a wide open rack to get level.
Yeah, he did want to foul there. That was a tricky shot. This could be the last frame. 2.5 minutes. This needs some working out to begin with. Oh, well then. Well, Chayton going for that and not getting it has just opened the door for Cleve.
Might be able to draw back into that 2 right now off of this 5-ball shot if he can cheat the pocket just slightly.
And he can. Oh, he's missed that by a millimeter. He did not miss that by much.
At least he has one more soldier here with that 4-ball at some point, but got to get good on it.
What do you do it now?
With the 7 there, I like it. You should have something to shoot. So
this is a big shot.
Oh, I'm not even going to say it again. Not going to say it again about that.
That top right pocket is not his friend.
Yeah, it's not at all, but you got a little reprieve there with the 11 tying up. At this point, Chase might try to hide a little bit and burn some clock.
Well, Chase just needs to put open balls. Don't know if I love that, to be honest with you. Because Cleve's got nothing to lose here. He can throw his arm at these. It was razor thin, mind. For Chase here, don't tuck up, just pot. He can pot 3 open balls here, maybe 4, and it's game over.
And an extension he could call as well.
Yeah, no need to tuck up. That was Cleve's last attempt at it. And this is maybe just a little sign of
not being quite familiar with the format.
Yeah,
so.
And we can't blame him. The shootout format is very new.
Chase did text me to see if I had some openings in the league for him. If he would have been playing these past 6 weeks, he'd be ready for this. But yeah, well, it actually is kind of funny. Some of our league players, even our lower skilled players and things like that, they picked up on the format very quickly with this clock and realizing what they needed to do.
That's what I like to hear. Well, Chase Stumfoll is going to get over the line here by hell or high water. Realizes he had his extension to call, and now he can sit down and toast a victory. The shot clock is bigger than the match clock. His work here is done. I think he's just doing the maths to confirm it. Cleve Thompson shakes his hand, and Chase Stumfoll gets a win over Cleve Thompson. He was 4-0 up. He got pulled back, but Chase is in the race to be in the quarterfinals.